Hey there, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and I have a mail haul slash unboxing for you today. So I have two packages here that I just picked up at the post office. The first one is from scrapbook.com, and it is a stamp that I have been wanting to get. It is a Tim Holtz stamp. Surprise, surprise. Louisa Heinzel uses this stamp a lot, and she talks about like how versatile it is and everything, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna use some of my yearbook money to get this stamp. So it is Bubbles. It is CMS 449. I did look on Amazon and they had it, but scrapbook.com could get it to me quicker, so went with them. I am really excited to try this with different mediums. Like, depending on what color you use, you could make it look maybe like water, or maybe like if you use like combinations of colors to develop kind of a rusty patina effect, it could maybe look like, you know, the little bubbles that you get when something's really, really rusty. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to play with this. Our second package is from Comma and Cup, which is an Etsy shop. And they do blind date or like mystery date, like book packages. And I was in a mood the other day and I bought two. So I requested one romance and then one LGBT thing, so I for sure have something for Pride Month to read. Because a lot of times I can find LGBT titles, but I wanted to be like, yeah, for sure I've got one. And I kind of forgot about the book that I recently got from the publisher in the Goodreads giveaway that was also LGBT, so anyway. Now, something really fun that this shop does is they will wrap your books up in material. And I requested satin fabric. I am very excited about this. All right, so on the sales slip, she's written me a note so I know which one is the romance and which one is the LGBT title. That's very nice. I'm assuming they're a she. Let's start with this one. This is the romance. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. Ooh! I'm almost as excited for the fabric as I am for the book. Let's just appreciate it for a moment. Ah, stunning. You know, this kind of fabric, I will show you something you can do with this for winter wear. All right, the book is still wrapped, so we're gonna set that aside. Okay, if you have a square of this, okay, my sister makes these and sells them, so if you don't want to go hunting down stuff, let me know and I'll get in touch with my sister. But what you can do is take your square and fold it into a triangle, okay? And then you're gonna roll it over one time. And keep in mind, this is for winter wear when you need like extra layers of stuff, okay? Okay, bring it up to your chin, okay? And then you're gonna bring these around like this, and then you tie this. And depending on if you want to go for the cowboy look or not, you can leave this hanging down, or you can tuck it inside your sweater or coat or whatever you're wearing, and it gives you so much heat. It's almost like an extra layer of clothing. Oh, and that's gorgeous. So do I save it to use for that I just showed you, or do I use it for junk journaling? I don't know. It's too pretty to cut up right now, so it's gonna get saved until I decide for sure. Let's see what romance book is inside. She's also packaged it beautifully with paper and ribbon. Definitely using the ribbon for junk journaling. Love this kind of ribbon, by the way. I want to carefully undo the layers of this paper so we don't accidentally drop anything. All right, in this first little section we have got, oh my gosh, it's a little leather heart. I don't know if it's vegan leather. It kind of feels like vegan leather. Little heart pocket. And we have some stickers. Book Trovert. Books written in Barbie font. And let's read. She's also included a little pink notebook. Now, I keep saying she, and I could be mistaken. but I'm gonna just assume that this shop owner is a she until I learn otherwise. Please forgive me if that's offensive to you. Inside the notebook, they're just plain pages. They're not lined or anything. Could be like a handy little sketchbook or something. Or, you know what, when we're at rodeos and horse shows and things this summer, my little niece loves to draw. This could be something really handy. I could have this and some pens or markers for her, and she could just do some sketches in this while we're watching her sisters and cousins compete. All right, we've got another layer of goodies. We've got some bookmarks. So this one has this little tab so you like clip over the page, I think. And then we have this one that's a stack of books with a tassel. And then here we have this beautiful floral print. You could also request a beverage choice from this shop, and I asked for herbal teas, and she has sent me Harney and Sons Master Tea Blenders. Do we have a flavor? It says a unique blend of flowers, lively tillule. I'll show you the package. So this says tillule, light and floral. From tea garden to teacup. In 1970, John Harney, master tea blender, embarked on a mission to share his love for tea. Harney and Sons tea selection offers 200 varieties of the highest quality leaves. The Harney family personally source their tea from the most reputable established estates and gardens throughout Asia and India, accepting only the exceptional. Cool! So I have tea that was grown in Asia or India or both. Yay! We're gonna have to try that. I'm a little overheated for tea right now. It was pretty hot when I went outside, and I'm so not emotionally prepared for summer. But you know what? Maybe later this evening when it cools down, if I'm like crafting or something like that, then I'll have some tea. Okay, let's see what our romance book is. Undo the paper carefully so I can reuse it. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited. This is not one I have seen before. This is The Invitation by Keeland. She crashed his sister's wedding. He crashed his way into her heart. The first time I met Hudson Rothschild was at a wedding. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. We have pink sprayed edges. Okay, back to this. The first time I met Hudson Rothschild was at a wedding. I'd received an unexpected invitation to one of the swankiest venues in the city. Hudson was a groomsman and quite possibly the most gorgeous man I'd ever laid eyes on. He asked me to dance, and our chemistry was off the charts. I knew it wasn't a good idea to get involved with him, but our connection was intense. The fun came to a screeching halt when Hudson figured out I wasn't who I'd said I was. That unexpected invitation I received, well, it hadn't actually been addressed to me. It had been sent to my deadbeat ex-roommate, so I guess technically I was crashing the wedding. By some miracle, I escaped unscathed. Or so I thought, until I realized I'd left my cell phone behind on the table. Take one guess who found it. This is the crazy story of how Hudson Rothschild and I met, but trust me, this is just the wild beginning. That sounds like a cute story. I do quite like lighthearted romances in the summertime, which is the reason why I chose romance for the genre of one of them. Okay, are we ready for our second one? Here it is. Look at this gorgeous fabric. It's stunning. I mean, the quality of these fabric pieces is amazing. So this Etsy shop will be linked below. You are greatly encouraged to go check them out. Already I'm impressed, and we haven't even seen the second book yet. Here is it all wrapped up. If you don't want the satin fabric, they have other fabric options, and I think you can do them without the fabric wraparound, just like the book like this. This piece of ribbon doesn't want to come untied very easily. Here we go. Ribbon's undone, and oh, we have some page tabs. Look at the color palette on those. That's beautiful. And we have another little leather heart with some stickers. What does that say? Books are better than people. Looks like a DNA strand with books. And this one, all I need is a good book and a cup of tea. Okay, we have some bookmarks. So this one's got a moon on it. Just one more chapter. Oh, it says, I promise, down here. And then there's a little hand going like this, like pinky swear. Ooh. And then we have this one, beautiful photograph and some quotes, or a quote. The mind creates the abyss, the heart crosses it. Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Once again, we learned that I don't know how to say foreign names correctly at all. All right, we have some more tea, and it's the same company, Hardy & Sons, but this one is Mint Verbena. Of course, you know, I'm thinking the packaging on these teas will be great to use for junk journaling as well as just to have the tea. All right, carefully unwrapping the book. This is going to be our LGBT title, and what shall it be? The Pull of the Stars. Emma Donoghue, author of Room and Akin. All right, let's read about this. In an Ireland doubly ravaged by war and disease, Julia Power works as a nurse at an understaffed hospital in the city center, where unexpected mothers who have come down with a terrible new flu are quarantined together. Into Julia's regimented world step two outsiders, Kathleen Lynn, a doctor rumored to be a rebel on the run from the police, and Bridie Sweeney, a young volunteer helper. In the darkness and intensity of this tiny ward, over 3 days, these women change one another's lives in unexpected ways. They lose patience to the baffling pandemic, but they also shepherd new life into a fearful world. With tireless tenderness and humanity, carers and mothers alike somehow do the impossible work. In the Pull of the Stars, Emma Donoghue once again finds light in the darkness as she unfolds a gripping tale of hope and survival against all odds. So it doesn't tell us exactly where the LGBT comes in, but we can assume it's between 2 or maybe all 3 of these ladies. It sounds definitely interesting, and I haven't read historical fiction in a while. Awesome. I am very happy with these book packages. Again, I will link the Etsy shop below. And if you want more information on this Tim Holtz stamp I showed you, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you have been reading lately. Do you have reading plans for June? And we'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.